What's up, YouTube? It's Coffee back at it, and this is pretty crazy, man. There's a lot of sideways, backdoor sucker games that go on in the blogosphere. I mean, it's ugly, man. I mean, we already know this with all the people making fake pages and things like that, the lengths that people will go to. But this is a more of a, I guess, I want to call it a higher level or a upper echelon of the griminess, I guess we could say, man, in a organized way, if you will. So this channel, Bubba, he's got the Jabba the Hutt pic right there. You see, that's like a Wes Watson inspired art right there, and the whole AMU content. What is it? Alpha male universe. That's what they call it, right? Of these guys like Wes Watson, who things are going real bad for him. He's got these cases pending. He doesn't want his financials to come out to the world. And I mean, let's just face it, the dude's a douchebag scammer at the end of the day. But hey, he does what he does. It is what it is. Let me know if you mess with his channel or if you've been paying attention to all this stuff going on. These channels like Bubba and this guy that he's talking about here, John Bravo, has been covering the story in depth. And this is what I'm talking about with the bullshit that's messed up. See what he says, the enemy, quote unquote. We all know who is hired a team slash company to mass report my channel, falsely flagging videos to get my channel removed from YouTube. All the videos on my channel are now private until further notice. This person, quote unquote, did the same thing to the channel Mud Pit. I'm not familiar with them. Let me know if you are. Last week, and they successfully had his channel axed. He's gone up out of the blogosphere, man. That's what I'm saying, man. The sucker shit people will do. Like, everyone out there, please like the video, subscribe. If you're not aware, man, over here on J Coffee Talk, we just talk on things like, hey, let's debate it, let's discuss it. What do you think about the news? What do you think about these channels? And typically I'm always like, I can agree to disagree, but there's people that do a lot of shady shit, and that's what we're talking about here. There's these like Milk74 is a channel we saw a similar thing happen to right when he was on the cusp of 100,000 subscribers. I think it was Whack 100 and Adam 22. They made jokes about it, kind of like lightly referencing that they did it, but who knows if that's just some trolling, what would Adam 22 be without the heavy trollage? You know what I mean? His accolades of getting those dope, like, I'm not saying nothing, he doesn't have talented people on there anymore, but it's not about the interviews and music or different things. It's all drama and bullish and exploiting gang culture and who ran a fade and ducked a fade and blah blah blah, you know what I mean? But they, like, all these fake bought followers or subscribers, I'm sorry, went to Milk's platform, pushing them from, I want to say, from like 98,000 up to like 105, and Milk didn't do it, right? But the system just sees someone getting these unorganic bought subscribers, and at the end of the day, he didn't lose his channel. They sorted it out, what was real and fake, and he was okay, but you got to go through all this, back and forth with the YouTube system and hope they see things your way and all that. And not to mention, during that time, all that content was put on hold. Anything that he was putting out, payments, everything. So they jammed his channel up and they did some bullshit. And that's what they're talking about is going on with John Bravo here. They did it to Mud Pit. You guys all know me. I am the last person to mess with, especially with my career that I have spent the last 15 years of my life, day in and day out, single-handedly building. YouTube has a hole in their system where this is possible, and I've dealt with this in the past and have experience in catching those involved. Quote unquote, those responsible will face the full force of the law. So I hope that that's true for his case, that he is able to figure out who it is and sue him or do whatever you can, man, because that sucker shit, like, seriously, y'all, you don't like a channel or whatever, like, that's the thing with a lot of this kind of, like, say I'm laying commentary out on a channel and we don't fuck with them or whatever, right? I don't like them. It's like, okay, do I want to see them straight up axed out the blogosphere on something they worked hard on? No, unless there's some like weirdos doing weirdo shit or something, they probably shouldn't be on the blogosphere. But a lot of those who know what I'm referencing, they're really not here no more. Their channel might still exist, but they what's it called, repackaged it in a different way where it's not even them. And to be honest, they were on their way out then. They've always had a really unorganic subscriber rate, like growing subscribers exponentially in a way that didn't add up with the dwindling views. You know what I mean? And for any of y'all out there talking about, you talk about dwindling views, listen, I don't think I'm no big time guy in this ish, but I like bringing you guys the commentary, and I need your interaction. So everyone out there that messes with me, please subscribe, please like this video. This is bullshit. YouTube has this whole, in many ways, the system that they offer for copyright things and just different shit like this. Like someone's able to mass, and I believe this because I've seen it happen to John Bravo before. He's not someone who I watch all the time, but I've watched him for quite some time, pretty regularly, I guess we could say. And there's a few content creators that he's just made content on, and they've went in on him. And another one I'm not even going to say, I'm sure you guys know who it is. He's another, oh, I'm a championship boxer and all this shit, who I don't even know how that dude's channel is running the way in which it is, if you know who I'm talking about, with all the scammed out content. But yeah, this is crazy, man. So again, the Bubba channel is the one that I saw put this out there. I am a fan of them. I watch them. These alpha male, I think it's funny, guys, like Wes Watson. I almost said Wes Wetson, and some of these other dudes, like the shit that they're on. You know what I mean? And they're like, anyone that would call another male an alpha male, it's like, yo, we don't really think you're an alpha male like that. The whole thing's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Like, real individuals who maybe are on some type of ish like that, they don't got to sit here and prop themselves up on a pedestal all the time. They don't got to sell these fake bullshit programs that ain't about shit. That was the way Wes Watson got everyone. I said it in a video before. My bro Black Bigelow hit him up way back, like, yo, what's the deal with your program? Like, what are we looking at with, like, what am I paying, what am I getting? And he's just like, oh, you got too many questions, fuck you, you're not ready, you're nobody, like screaming at him too on voice memos. It's just comedy, man. And you know, he fucked up. He got too high off the success that he had, blogosphere wise and scamming wise, and he crashed and burned. You know, he started shooting his mouth off to everyone, and that 7-foot monster dude pulled up, and he wouldn't run a fade with him. He jumped him on some straight hoery. And it's all caught on video, so I don't see how he's going to beat that case. But aside from that, the lawsuit, you know what I mean? There's plenty of evidence out there of Wes Watson bumping his gums, talking all that tough guy-ish, and then jumping someone when they pull up. Like, I don't know. I don't see him coming out on the winning side of either of those situations. And at the end of the day, you know, those documents come out in court, Freedom of Information Acts and all that. And yeah, man, it's not looking good for dude. But this shit's got to stop, all these online games. I experienced something similar to this, but on a more smaller scale. And it was right about the time, too, my channel got engaged in some people, quote unquote, starting a war with me or whatever, man, on some goofy type time. And right at the time, I got struck it up in a certain ways where I couldn't even respond like I wanted to. I tried doing it from my secondary channel, and people weren't even seeing it, man. But that's all I got on this. I'm rambling, stambling, stumbling, mumbling, dumbling a bit like I do. But please subscribe. It's Jay Coffee Talk again. We talk about all kinds of stuff. Hit the buttons and stay tuned for future stuff. But join the discussion. What do you think about all this, man? And are you watching these channels? You know, let's talk about it. Thanks. I'm gone. Peace. And hopefully John Bravo, everything works out for him. Dude works hard at what he does, man. I think he's like, is he the #1 channel as far as reporting on the Wes Watson situation? I think he is, but this ain't right. He shouldn't lose his platform behind some suckers doing sucker shit.